Hey guys, this is Benny.
And this is Dhruv. And today we are going to review the trailer of the Nigerian movie, Who's the Boss? It's a 2020 movie, which is on Netflix already. And if I read the short description on the internet, it says a young, overworked ad executive with an overbearing boss starts her own side hustle and invents an employer once her business begins to flourish. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Invents her employer.
yeah, invents her own boss.
Wow.
Invents her employer, yeah. So, and so if I check out the IMDb, the director is Chinaza Onuzo, writer is the same, and it stars Funke Akindele, Blossom, Chukwujekwu, and Sharon Ooja, amongst many others. So that's what? I tried my best.
Oh yeah, that's evident. Oh God, I can't help myself. Okay.
It's like speaking another language, you know, it just
Yeah.
Right. So look at this guy.
Hi, guy. Yeah. Live audience for you. Ooh. Meow. Meow.
All right. Let me share my screen.
This is the most useless speech I've ever seen.
This is Hawa, my boss, and she's crazy.
I sincerely thought this was what you want. Fix it!
Nonsense. Talking shit.
Everything just little.
Leave my office now.
And that is Tunde, her boss, and he's crazy too.
I will crush you.
Fresh.
And here's my boo, my best friend, Jumoke. Don't be deceived by her looks. She's also crazy. Oh, and this is Lekon, some rich,
Annoying, despicable asshole.
that I should have no business with, if not.
He didn't try to kiss you, did he?
No.
That's how start to.
What the fuck, Leah?
Anyways, my name is Leah, and I just want to be the boss.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So
Go and
You know what this reminded me of?
it's yours.
What was that noise?
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
This reminded me of Remington Steele. You know why? I don't know if you remember this, but actually, Remington Steele and who was his partner? The girl, Laura. What was her name?
I think
Actually she was the private detective, right? And she thought that nobody would come to a female private detective, and so she invented the name Remington Steele. But then people wanted to only meet him, and so she had to introduce this guy, Pierce Brosnan, as Remington Steele. So actually, there was no Remington Steele. Do you remember that?
no, I don't.
It was, that was an invented character just because she knew that people wouldn't come to a female detective.
Oh, interesting. And well, like in terms of this movie, I think I, again, from the trailer, didn't get that she invented an employer, but we did see that there is a whole chain of frustrated bosses, right? Because I always feel like, you know, when you work in any business, right, whether any sector you work in and you have a terrible boss, they're either having problems at home or they're having problems from their boss. And it's usually a chain. It's usually a chain until someone has the courage and the strength to break the chain and not perpetrate that further down, right? Like, and that's kind of like how kids are. Every bully has a bully. That's why a kid is a bully. And grown-ups are no different than kids. It's the same philosophy. So I like how they showed that her boss had a crazy boss, and then the crazy boss might have some other issues we don't know. So it's like a chain of things. And I wonder how her boo or her best friend, how that character plays into this, into the storyline where she kind of finds her own employer or creates an employer, and what that has to do with any of this.
Yeah, I think she, the friends row angle, I think, is that it simply shows that this lady is being, bossed around by everybody, not only at her workplace, but, even her friends. It's always like that. There's always, in any relationship, even if it is between just any two people, it could be two friends, there's always a dominant person, uh, who's the boss, that's how it is. There's always one who's the boss. So maybe she had horrible bosses at the workplace, and even her friend was kind of the dominating one, and she wanted to have some place where she was not under anybody, and had her freedom to do what she wants to do.
That's probably why when she kind of hooked up with that guy that she shouldn't hook up with, she couldn't share it with her best friend, and that her best friend caught her, because something like that you should be able to talk about too with your best friend. But it seems like she has no one, and probably that's the reason why she had to have such an outlet, where it was such a wrong choice. And it's like kind of like a kid's, when they are not allowed to eat candy, and then they crave candy even more, and even if they don't want to eat candy, like once you're gone, they're going to eat it, you know it's kind of like that. Like, you want to do something wrong because there are just so many restrictions, unnecessary restrictions, that you're still going ahead and doing this. And it's a I love that this is again something very psychological. There is a book on power dynamics. It's called Power, I think, which just says that every equation, as you said, has a dominant and a non-dominant or more submissive person. Every equation, there could be various reasons to it. It could be a personality thing. It could be finances. It could be social strata. It could be looks. It could be anything, right? But there is always that equation. And if this movie is actually about, like, not just exploring her equation with the bosses, but her equation with the rest of the people in her life, then it's such a fantastic concept. And they're doing it with comedy again, which is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, I think that's the Nigerian flair. That's something I notice every time, that they always take problems and they give a twist of humor to it. So it's not like bearing down upon you. You enjoy the process. I love that about Nigerian movies.
Right. So I mean, and I think the best friend was the actress from Namaste Vahala. She just had different,
Oh,
yeah, she just had,
yeah.
but like, all the women that we see are just so beautiful. Again, I cannot just
Gorgeous.
saying they're just beautiful women.
Right. And I love the hairdo, different hairstyles, and there was a headgear. So pretty. I just love that. It's so pretty.
Right, right.
Yeah, I remember that, even in Dear Zindagi, Alia Bhatt had a best friend, and she gets a boyfriend, but she doesn't tell Alia. You
Mm,
remember? And then Alia gets annoyed, but you didn't tell me, and she said, "You're always judging me." You
right.
know, uh, yeah, and
Like,
so that's why I didn't tell you.
the righteous best friend who wants to do everything in a textbook version. That's why you can't, like, it's kind of like having another parent almost.
Yeah, true. Oh God, who needs another parent?
Right. There's two, that's enough, right?
True. Oh, I'm saying this as a parent.
Yeah, but you're not that kind of parent, so.
I know.
So yeah, it would be interesting to see what she does with her life. I mean, and of course, this, focuses on her professional career and what she does there, but like how she tackles her best friend, does that equation change? That would be fun to see. And that guy that she shouldn't be with, is he actually a nice guy? Is he misunderstood? There could be that character, like in that movie with Sonam Kapoor and Kareena. What was the name of the movie?
Veere the Wedding.
Veere the Wedding, right. So in that there's this kind of clingy guy that Sonam Kapoor comes across, who just seems like such a useless guy, who's just like flirty, and she's trying to find the perfect guy, and then this is definitely the wrong decision, but she's still with, does some stuff with him, and then she realizes he's actually a pretty good, decent prospect for her. So I wonder if that's the case here as well in this equation. And maybe that it's a good decision at the end of the day.
True, true. Anything is possible if you give it a chance.
Right, guys. So if you liked our review, please subscribe to our channel. Actually, go ahead and give us a like. And also leave us a comment to let us know how we are doing, or if there's anything else that we should be reviewing. Please also hit that bell icon so that you're notified every time we release a new video. We do that weekly. Until next time, फिर मिलेंगे.
फिर मिलेंगे.